you would assume that Tyson was better than Lennox because of how they promoted him.
Yeah.
But when you really study it, it was really Lennox Lewis that was knocking him out. He was the one that was getting all of the belts and stuff. You know, but yeah, going back to the point, it's like Esau. There was a time when Esau, man, he was dropping nukes, he was dropping atomic bombs in Hiroshima, Nagasaki in 1948, starting these wars and still staying on top. There's gonna come a time where that group is gonna be out of there, man. Esau's, well, we in that time right now. Esau don't lost his group. He don't lost the juice, baby boy. Go on, bro.
It says, and all the trees of the field shall know that I, the Lord, have pulled down the high tree,
right,
have exalted the low tree.
And exalted the low tree. It's gonna be well known who the low tree is. And it's gonna be us. Go on.
Have dried up the green tree, have made the dry tree to flourish.
And made the dry tree to flourish. Because we were once dry. What made us dry the most? Because we didn't even know who the hell we are. So the Most High gave us that oil and brought us back to life again in Ezekiel 35. Talks about the dry bones, right? So the Lord also likened us to a dry plant. Because we didn't have the knowledge and we were swift. So what the Most High is gonna do, the Most High is gonna pick up the dry plant, man. Go on. Give it nutrients that it needs so it can get green again.
It says, I, the Lord, have spoken and have done it.
And I, the Lord, have spoken it and I have done it. And that's what is going to be declared all around the earth. And that's going to happen when the kingdom is set up. When the kingdom is set up, it's going to be well known who's running the show. And there's going to be two orders. You're going to have the Most High and you're going to have the house of Israel. All right? They're going to be the main people that are going to be highly reverenced. Not the main people, but the main entities that are going to be reverenced.
That's it. Ezekiel 35.
Well, you got something now. all right. Yeah, I'll take, let him get this.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord.
And that's why it says in Ezekiel, it says that, oh, tender plant, because Israel is weak.
Yeah.
Go on.
And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Who's going to be the Redeemer in these last days? Yahweh Shah is going to be that Redeemer. A so-called black man. If you can, brother, pick that sign up. I got it. I'll pick it up. No, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. You know, so this is who's going to be the Redeemer of Israel. Now, we're not saying that this is actually Yahweh Shah, but this is more of a better depiction of him. As they will tell you, as they won't tell you in the churches, they'll say that he's an Edomite with donkey stringy hair. But this is the Lord. This is the depiction of the Lord. So when he comes back, and it says in the scriptures, it says he won't meet me as a man. He's going to meet Esau as an angelic force. And this is what we believe. We believe, you know, we're not going to see him in the figure that of a man, because he's going to come in a chariot. We're just going to see this big chariot pop out of nowhere. But it's all going to be recognized that he was of a darker hue. He was a so-called Negro. You know? Finish with that.
Ezekiel 35 says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it.
Right.
And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am set against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee,
right,
and I will make thee most desolate.
And I will make thee most desolate. So that's what we're chanting right now. We're chanting that vibration that Esau is getting ready to be destroyed. That he's going to pay for what he did unto our ancient forefathers. Not ancient, but, you know, our ancestors centuries ago. Which we are the reincarnation of those that were afflicted back then. Anyway. But brother, I want you to hold on to that, and I want him to read this real quick.
Daniel chapter 12 and 1. And at that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since a nation.
Okay, I want you to skip the verse. Give me Daniel 12 and 10, I believe this. I just wrote it since meeting. Yeah. Go on.
Verse 10, many shall be purified and made white and tried,
right,
and the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand,
so
but the wise shall understand.
Right, so dealing with the meaning of the color white and black, when you really check it out, we're really the white people. That's who we are. We're really the white people. Dealing with the meaning of the word.
Yeah.
It's the word white means to be pure or innocent or pure, and we are innocent technically. All right. The nation of Israel is innocent. We're not really. I gotta correct myself there. We're not innocent, and this is why we're going through the shit that we're going through. Like Job said, who perished being innocent? So none of us are innocent. This is why brothers are going through certain things.
Yeah.
But we are naturally the righteous. We're naturally the white people, okay? The so-called white man, he's naturally the so-called black people. Because they represent everything that's negative, which their works have shown that going on. That's all I want to go back to the one we had before. Go on.
It says, Ezekiel 35:3 says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee,
Right.
and I will make thee most desolate.
I will make thee most desolate.
I will lay thy cities waste,
Right?
and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
Right, and that's how the Lord is going to take down the high tree. It's by showing his wrath against the high tree. Okay? That's what he's going to do. And then he's going to set up the low and tender plant, which is the whole house of Israel. Go on.
It says, verse 5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword,
Right.
in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Oh, you got give me Galatians 6 and 7, because I wanted to make a point on what you just read there. Okay, go on.
It says, therefore as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood.
Right, so if you understand something, right, and this is just nature, understanding nature, whatever you throw back, it's, we all say it all the time, but we have to recognize that this is reality, this is real. This is what happens all the time. When you throw out negativity, no matter who you are, if you throw out any kind of negativity that's undeserving, it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. It always does, it always will. All right, so this is why in the scriptures it talks about how, matter of fact, I'm not going to go there, we're going to read this first. Let's read that first. You finish with that?
Yeah.
All right, go on.
The book of Galatians chapter 6 verse 7, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Keep going.
For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
Exactly. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And this is why the Most High tells us to, what is it, man? Like, for example, if a brother do something, you got to forgive that brother. Depending on what it is. Because, the scriptures tell us in Matthew 18, matter of fact, brother, give me the book of Matthew 18. You know what I mean? Because you got certain brothers, they go off on certain things, but they don't keep going up. If it gets to that point where a brother's going up and he keeps doing it, then we may have to cut him off. You feel what I'm saying? But if he's going up and he don't go off too much, and he's back and he makes an effort to change himself, then you gotta forgive that man. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold any kind of grudge in this thing, or any form of negative energy, because the point of the matter of nature, that negative vibration comes all around you. As it tells you in the Apocrypha, it says that the Lord's judgment is as a ring. Yeah? Go on, bro. Especially when you're dealing with the men of the Lord. If you hate the men of the Lord, then the Most High's going to deal with you on that.
Brother, can I say something, bro?
You go on, bro.
Even down to saluting a brother.
Yeah?
When you salute a brother, you say, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yeah.
You're taking the Lord's name in vain. If you have something against a brother,
Right.
you should be doing that, brother.
Right.
Especially if you don't salute the brother.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's how it is.
That's deep, brother. That's deep.
That's the truth, and I'm glad you made that sticker, because if you in the light,
Because you're blessing a brother. How could you go and bless a brother,
And then
call him
curse him at the same
and curse him at the same time?
Right.
Calling him out,
It can't work.
You can't do that, brother.
It can't work. The brother's absolutely correct on that. So the thing about this truth, this is why the Lord said we have to examine ourselves. All of us
Right.
have to examine
Yes,
ourselves.
brother, all of us.
Because all of us ain't ready, right? Let's just
No.
be honest. But I'm just saying at the end of the day, there's a balance to everything though. Okay? Go on, bro.
Matthew 18 and 15.
Stop. Yeah.
15.
Yeah, I think it's 15. Yeah, go on.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee,
Yeah.
go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Right.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Right, if he shall hear thee.
Right.
If he takes heed, go on.
But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses
Right.
every word may be established.
Keep going.
And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
Right.
But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican.
Right, so, in this truth, even if you got a guy in a camp, that you're having problems with, you ain't really supposed to have no grudge against him. At the end of the day, if he's going off on certain things and he don't want to change his way, you just gotta just let him leave. You gotta cut him off. Because there's no point in holding the grudge. We gotta move up. We gotta elevate the church. You understand what I'm saying? Go on. But there's another point in Matthew 18.
It says, Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven,
Right.
and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.
Exactly. But there's a point that I want you to read. It goes into if your eye offend you. That's the one right there. So there's a balance. So yeah, the scriptures do say if your brother trespass against you, you're supposed to forgive him. If he didn't mean to do it. Right? But if you keep doing it and you keep doing it to the point where he messed up the camp, then we have to do something about it. This is what we're going into right now. This is serious, man. This truth ain't to be taken lightly. This is serious. You've had guys that came into this truth, came out of the truth and bugged the hell out, turned into a transvestite. So this thing is real, man.
Real, brother, real.
Matthew 18, starting at 7, it says, Woe unto the world because of offences, for it must needs that offences come.
Yep.
But woe to that man by whom the offence cometh.
Right, go on.
Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them from thee.
Now you might have a simpleton and read that and think that it's literal. Oh, my foot, my foot ain't really working right. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a chainsaw and cut it off. But it ain't talking about that. Go on.
Castration.
And cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life halt or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire.
Yeah, keep on.
And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into hellfire.
Exactly. So that ain't talking about your
Plucking it out,
you
yeah.
cutting it out. Or you cut your leg out. They ain't talking about that, but it's talking about a member in your camp. So if there's a certain member in your camp and he ain't rolling with the spirit of the camp or the church that he's in, then he's got to go. Okay, because you can forgive a brother so many times if you do that, and that's a good thing. But sometimes enough is enough, and you just got to cut him up so that the camp can elevate and brothers can grow and you can move on. Go on, bro.
It says, Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's all I want. That's beautiful right there. That's all I want. Now we're gonna go back to the point. Give me the book of what did you have before? All right. Okay, yeah, so go back to what you was reading. And that's just how it goes, because this truth is really a business. It's just business. There's nothing to get personal about. It's just business. It's like, for example, right? If yours, because you know what, and it's funny, right? Because me and my family, we run a little business there and there. You know what I'm saying? Run a little thing there and there, and it's kind of similar. Now, if you run a company of such, right? And you have, let's say, 2 workers, but you have not 2 workers, but let's say a maximum you have about let's say 50 workers, right? And you have 2 workers that act silly at the job. What's going to happen is that foolishness is going to rub off on the 50 workers. And then guess who? You have no business. You can't put food on the table. Your business runs to nothing. So it's the same thing with the camp. Even if you got a lot of young brothers in the camp, if you got young brothers in the camp, and certain guys don't want to act right, they have to go because they're going to mess up the camp. Like the scripture says, it says a little leaven of the whole lump. So it only takes for a little leavening, and you can even try this with bread. If you add a little tiny leavening on that bread, it's going to still rise. You see that? So the whole thing about it is that on both sides, there's no need to be holding a grudge. Okay, if you have an issue with a brother, you deal with it. If the brother hears you, you move on with the brother. You forgive him. But if he don't want to neglect, if he don't want to hear you, he has to go. See, that's just how it goes down. This is why, and like for example, Apostle Harm, you know, he lets the leaders of the camps know, look, man, y'all gotta fucking lead. If there's a guy in your camp he ain't acting right, you gotta do away with him. You know what I mean? Because if you don't deal with him, then guess what? All is gonna come back to the leader. And that's why if you look at certain leaders, they're rough. A lot of them are rough. A lot of them are kind of like, you know, mean. A lot of you could say they're mean, but they're like that because they have a lot under them. There's a lot of pressure that they're dealing with. You know, we ain't got no choice going. But I want to go back to the point. Still, give me the book of Isaiah.
Isaiah 41
Okay, yeah.
and 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, going back to the point now, the tender plant. Because Jacob is likened unto a worm.
Yeah.
In other words, we're in the weak position. We're in a weak state. We can be ran over into. We can be taken advantage of. All of these different things can happen that we don't want to happen. We can be violent, as it's happening right now, because we're weak. But the Most High is going to raise us back up with full power and strength. Go on.
I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Right, and thy Redeemer and the Holy One of Israel. So the Redeemer is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Well, let me singleize it. Yahushua. All right, go on.
Behold, I will make thee a new sharp, threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small.
Right, and beat them small. Go on.
And shalt make the hills
So it says that these mountains we're going to be able to beat them small. In other words, break them down to pieces. That's why it says in the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter talks about how the saints shall take the kingdom. How are they going to take the kingdom? By doing just this. Go on.
Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away.
Right. You shall fan them, and the wind shall carry them away. So they're going to be scattered into pieces. Go on.
And the whirlwind shall scatter them.
Right, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. Go on.
And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel.
And we're going to glory in the Holy One of Israel. So that's the end result. That's what we want to get down to. And more so than ever now before. Yeah, we can't get distracted over that nonsense, man. Even more so than ever now before. You know, we can see and feel that the end is not. We know it's here. So this is the time to really get right. All right, this is the time to really examine yourself that you're in the faith and build on yourself. Because we're in the time when you're gonna wind up winning real soon. You're gonna be on the winning side real soon, man. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Going, bro.
And that's it.
You go, but you don't have. I'll tell you what. Get me the book of Give me Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10. Oh yeah, give me Proverbs, what is it, 20 and 4, I believe it is. Job 20 and 4. Not Job 24, Proverbs 20 and 4. Yeah, read verse 1, stop at verse 1.
Right, and it's the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, starting at 1. It says, she preserved the first full father of the world that was created alone, and brought him out of his fall, and gave him power to rule all things. But when the unrighteous went away from her in his anger, he perished also in the fury wherewith he murdered his brother.
That's not the one I wanted. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 10. Talks about how to handle the power of the others and handle the Most High.
From that actual verse.
Well, you could read. You don't have to actually. Yeah, you can start where you want to start. Make sure it's close stuff.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, I'll start at 1. It says, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Right, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. Go on.
As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Right, and such as are they that dwell therein. So when you look at the state of the people and the things that they're doing and how they conducted themselves, the reason why people are so wild out here is because the powers that be, they have a wild nature. That's why you have people out here committing sodomy and they think it's okay. And they think it's cool now. The new thing now to be is a sodomite. It's cool to be a sodomite now. If you don't know that, you know. But the reason why people are like this is because that's how they are. That's how the powers that be are. And they're like that in secret. But now they're just coming out and saying, look, this is the way of life. It ain't nothing wrong with being a homosexual. It's cool. It's all right now. Because that's what they were doing in the past. They kept it secret. Okay, so read that verse one more time.
It says, as the Ecclesiastes 10 and 2, it says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
Right, so is his officers going.
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Because it's that vibration. Anyone that's in power or ruling something, or that's over a certain people, powers that be, they're going to bring forth a vibration on the earth, and everybody's going to correspond to that same vibration or that same wavelength. Now you may have a few that may be against that particular way of thinking, that vibe, like we are. You know, we're what you call the those. I'll make up a word. We're those that are going against the grain. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, read on.
It says, verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people.
Right, and otherwise king destroy his people.
Yeah.
And we can see that a lot of these jokers out here are destroyed, man. Just look around. All you gotta do is look around and see what's going on. When you walk past people every single day that you work with, or you may work with certain people, what are you gonna find out most likely? That everyone has a problem with such. Everybody's kind of sick. Yeah? Because the powers that be, they're sick in the head.
Yeah.
So they make you sick. And that's why we need Yahweh Shai, man. Because if, let's say Yahweh Shai came back on the earth, what vibration is he going to bring on earth? He's going to bring life. That's what we need, man. The reason why you got certain brothers with certain sicknesses and malfunction is like myself. I'll put my cars out there because my cars are already out there anyway. It's because of the powers that be, man. They got to be taken out of power. And not even just mankind is sick, but even the animal life, the sea life is sick. Because of all of that garbage and pile up in the sea. Go on, yeah.
Because going back to what you were saying about what the scripture talks about, how the ruler, you know, the inhabitants are going to follow what the rulers do now. In Brunei right now, they're passing a law that is going to basically condemn all the homosexuality.
Right.
So they're going to be able to like stone homosexuals and adulterers and all.
Well, who's this?
This is Brunei. It's Southeastern Asia.
Okay.
It's a small place.
Okay.
But the UN and you know the members of the UN are condemning that, and that's because Babylon, aka America, has put out that vibration that you know all this homosexuality and that is you know that's good.
Yeah.
So you know they're all coming against that. They're all coming against Brunei because obviously, basically that's righteous what they're doing.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's what the scripture says, man. You're meant to put them people to death.
Yeah.
So it's like my man with the yellow glasses. That dude, he look like a pedophile dude, man. What's his name? You don't talk about. What's his name, man? Oh man, what was his name?
Oh, Rolf Harris.
No, not him. Would you say? Jimmy Savile.
Yeah,
he like
yeah,
Jimmy
he used to
Savile.
wear
He looked like Jimmy Savile who never had no beard.
Yeah. And he had those yellow glasses.
Khan.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yellow glasses.
Yeah. All right.
She got a lot of Jimmy Saviles walking around. You'd be surprised, man. You got a lot of Jimmy Saviles out here, man.
All right.
That's acting as though they not, but they really are, man.
Cliff Richard's slacker. Cliff Richard too. He got his charges dropped. But the Most are going to make that come up again.
Also,
Yeah, it's all going to be
these are
exposed.
hiding
There's
good for
definitely
us.
something
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah, man.
And there was a priest, one of the Catholic Church priests, right in Plainview. They were doing their ceremony, morning mass, and someone just came out of the morning mass and went up and stabbed one of the priests.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that? And the other guy just ran off. So they're all cowards anyway. But as you were saying, back to what you're saying, that people are going to be like what they the spirit that's they're under.
Yeah.
But you're going to get one or two that's going to rise up. That was the spirit of vengeance risen up by the Most High.
That's what's happening.
probably one of his past victims, you know, who was a victim of the one of the popes. So he just had enough, and he said, you know, you keep getting away with it, I'm just going to go, and if you catch me, I'll go to jail. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
exactly, right.
he got him, you know. But that's the things that could be a taste of things to come also.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you really check it out, it's like when you go on YouTube, yeah, and you type in you know, nuns or predators or whatever, catches. I mean, you're gonna find all kinds of people getting caught for talking to little girls online, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Little young boys online.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
what
yeah.
people are doing today, more so than ever now before.
They call it paedophile hunters.
Right, paedophile hunters.
Yeah, I could do a video on it actually. There's it's like a group that's set up now called paedophile hunters.
Yeah.
On England.
Yeah, over in
yeah,
England,
yeah.
and they've been victims themselves, and they had a little interview. I'll just break a little bit down on the interview when they're interviewing the police officer and one of the leaders of the group, saying, "Why do you do that? You got the police there." He said, "Well, I've been a victim, and the police ain't doing nothing about it."
Yeah.
And the police probably one of the Masons, you know,
But you know what? But you know why the police ain't doing nothing about these people out there? Because think about it.
Yeah,
If they really wanted to take down pedophiles, you wouldn't see most people walking around today. There'll be a lot of people that'll be in jail. Trust me. I mean, this society is full of them, man. There's the amount of people that they catch on.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
So much people.
Yeah.
And this is going back from what? Years ago. We talking about probably 5. You got footage out there going back 5 years ago, 10 years ago even, and there's still more people popping out of the the woodworks right now. It's crazy, man.
You have to go after them higher echelon
Yeah.
files as well.
And that's why the police don't want to take
They
it
don't
on.
mess with that shit. they give them a slap on the wrist,
Yeah.
and they let them move on.
There was that thing with all the politicians
Yeah.
back in I think it might have been the 80s, and some of them came out.
Right, the 80s, right.
And now they're trying to bring charges against the guy that accused them because the police apparently have done an investigation and found no evidence. But obviously they're too big for them to for them to actually bring out any evidence, man. So they're just basically brushing that
They
away.
put it under the rug. They put that shit right under the rug. That's what they do. You know? Yeah, they just wanted to know what we was talking about, man. These so-called Negroes. You see, everybody look up to us. They want to fill out. They want to fill out vibration.
Right.
You know, that's what that was all about. But you know, I'm not offended because we don't run the street.
Yeah.
This is King's Cross. There's somebody running the street. We don't run the street. You know, so I ain't gonna get mad about that. Go on.
It says Ecclesiastes 10:4. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time He will set over it one that is profitable.
Right, and one that is profitable. Because we always bring the scripture out nowadays. The one that's profitable is the one, or are the ones that have the law, statutes, commandments. They are what you call the profitable ones. So when this man comes down to the power, it's going to be our time to rule and set everything in its proper order. Go on, bro.
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 34. Righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people.
Read that again.
Righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people.
Right, and sin is a reproach to any people. Go on.
The king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him that causeth shame.
Right, but his wrath is against him that causes shame. Man. But the point of the matter is that what exalts a nation is righteousness. That's what exalts a nation. Right? So the way that we're going to be magnified is by the righteousness thing. Because see, you can set up wickedness all you want and prosper.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's happening now. But guess what? What's happening right now is that people are starting to look at the powers that be in a different light. See, wickedness can only but go so far. But righteousness lasts forever, big boy.
That's what you just said, a quick one.
Alright, go on.
Ecclesiastes anyway.
See, when you get into these scriptures, man, it puts a smile on your face because if you connect everything together, you can see the bigger picture. That's why he's smiling.
Ecclesiastes 10:8 says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
Right, because of unrighteous dealings. Go on.
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
The kingdom is translated to one people from another. We just read that. But it's all right. We could read it again. Because the point is to clear. If you're doing any kind of evil and wicked, if you start a kingdom of wickedness and you run it with wickedness, what's going to be the end result?
But brother, can I say something?
Go on,
right?
bro. Go on.
The Most High created the left and the right in perfection.
Yeah,
Because the right hand side, at the end of it, is going to have the edge over the
Of the left-hand
of
side.
the left hand side.
Yeah.
brother. That's deep, you know.
Exactly. See, it's a whole. See this truth. See, you know, when you thought you figured out the entire truth,
Yeah.
the rabbit hole goes deeper, don't
I'm
it?
telling you, brother.
You see? So that's why even I myself, I gotta be careful how I'm walking. Because this thing, man, is super serious, man.
That's good what you said, man. That's good.
It's real, man, because you could, hey, you know, brothers get caught slipping, but you get back up. But you gotta be careful, man, what you're thinking in your mind and what you're doing out here. You know what I'm saying? Go on, bro.
Proverbs 14:19. The evil bow before the
I can't
good.
wait to get
You know,
my-
all of this stuff is coming out. I'm kind of getting scared myself, man. Talking like this. Go on, bro.
The evil bow
This truth
before
is
the
serious,
good.
man.
And
No,
the
it's true,
wicked
brother.
at the gates of
Respect
the
it.
righteous.
Yeah, read that again, bro.
Proverbs 14:19. The evil bow before the good,
Right.
and the wicked at the gates of the
It
righteous.
says that the evil, man, that gives me chills right now, man. It says that the evil bow before the good. And that's going to happen. When all of these nations do what they got to do, they all going to come bound before us, man. That's in scripture. We can get another scripture on that. Give me the book of Revelations 3 and 9. Give me all of the scriptures concerning how the nations are going to bow before us, bro. Man,
That's heavy. Heavy.
the Most High, man, he's not the flavor, man. When you get into these precepts, it's a whole different ball game, yo. Yeah, read that, bro. Well, if you got something, go on. I'll wait for you. Something. You got it? Alright, go on. If you got anyone I got a precept, you can just bring it out.
Isaiah 49.
Oh, I'll tell you what you do. I'll tell you what, man, I don't mean to keep having y'all jump around. Yeah, hold that. Give me Genesis 49 verse 8.
Book of Genesis chapter 49 verse 8.
Yeah.
Judah, art thou he whom thy brethren shall praise?
Yep.
Thy hand shall be in the net of thine enemies.
Right.
Thy father's children shall bow down before
And that's
thee.
what happened when King David was on the scene, but that's going to happen again when Yahweh Shai rises up the kingdom of David. Now get the scripture that the brother called you to read. You're going. Hold on. Let me read this.
Isaiah chapter 49 verse 23.
Yep.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers.
Right.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
Right, they shall bow down towards their face against the earth. So that's the evil bowing before the righteous. This is reality. This is real life. This is not just written there so we can read it and it's just that's what it's all about. No, these things are read so that we can look out for these things to happen. Because ultimately that's going to happen, and we can read the ultimate scripture where it says that when Yahweh Shah comes back, all things are going to bow before him. Let me get that right now. Let me see if I can look for that.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth,
Right.
and lick up the dust of thy feet.
So that's the evil bound before the righteous. So the so-called white man, because he's the epitome of the wicked, right? That's in the Bible and that's in reality. He's going to bow before the house of Israel, the nation whom he has a perpetual hatred against. He's going to have them bow down before us. And this is real life, man. This is the